Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Alicia. Happy New Year! It's a new year. It's a new year. Welcome to my January reset where I'm gonna share with you how my goals for December went and then share with you my plan for the 12-week year. If you haven't heard of the 12-week year, it's based on this book called The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran and Michael Lennington. And the whole concept is that you're treating each set of 12 weeks as if it were its own year. So it's designed to help you really take action on your goals because you have constant urgency. I think the whole trouble that we get into with setting annual goals is that we have the entire year to achieve it. And we often don't feel any sense of urgency until like towards the end of the year. So by having goals set for 12 weeks, you are motivated to really make each day and each week count because you need to be making progress towards your goal each day and each week. I'll also be sharing all of the tools and planners that I'm going to be using to stay organized for the 12-week year, including the Notion page that I created to map out my goals and my action steps. So stay tuned if you want a sneak peek of that. Okay, let's start with seeing how my goals for December went. Starting with my health and wellness goals, it was my goal to work out at least 2 days each week for 30 minutes before traveling for Christmas, and then to attend 2 Zumba classes because I was missing dancing so much. So it's my goal to go to 2 Zumba classes. In terms of my progress, I was successful in working out at least 2 days a week. I ended up joining a local gym near me that I absolutely love. They have so many different group classes, and that's what I was really missing. Yes, I was missing dancing, but I was also missing just working out with other people and just being in that group environment. I'm so pleased I went to a step aerobics class the day that I toured the gym, which I really enjoyed that. I did go to a dance fitness class that they have called Dance Rhythm Vibes. It's like a Afro beats dance fitness class, which is so up my alley. I'm so happy. So here's the thing. I did go to a Zumba class at a studio, but it just really wasn't for me. Just several things about it just weren't my vibe, but I did go to a Zumba class and then those other group classes, so I am squared away with that goal. In terms of my home goal of cleaning out one of my closets and donating the clothes that I no longer wear, I'm making progress with this goal. At the time that I'm filming this video, I still have 2 days left for me to finish, so there's a little hope. I did make it through half of my closet, got rid of so much stuff. I do plan to be done before the end of the year with the 2 days that are left. So I'm making progress, feeling really good about decluttering and just getting rid of stuff that I no longer wear. It's like a weight being lifted off of my shoulders. In terms of my personal goals of finishing reading the 12-week year and then brainstorming my goals for the first round of the 12-week year, again, I'm really close. I have 1 chapter left of the book, so I am almost there, and the chapter is not even long. So by the time you see this, the book will be finished. And I have a pretty good understanding of what the 12-week year consists of. So I have my plan ready to go. We will jump into that in just a little bit in terms of what my goals exactly are. I'll be excited to try out the strategy and really see how it works for me and what things I need to tweak. And then in terms of my YouTube goal, which has stayed pretty much the same, of posting 1 video each week. And then I wanted to plan both December and January's video topics. Obviously, we're now in January. December's videos are gone. I did plan those. I did plan out January's video topics as well. And I was able to post 1 video a week. So yay for that. We are staying consistent. Now let's shift gears and take a look at my 12-week plan in Notion so we can see what my plan is for the 12-week year. I decided to focus my goals in 2 main areas: YouTube YouTube and health and wellness. So for these two areas, my goals 1 calendar year from now is to have reached 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, to start making passive income from my channel, and to be free from IBS symptoms 90% of the time. If you're unfamiliar, IBS stands for irritable bowel syndrome. It's a chronic digestive situation that is no fun and really requires daily management. Lately, I've been having a little bit more trouble, so I do want to do everything in my power to be symptom-free majority of the time. So here are my 12-week goals. The first goal is to get clear on my channel niche and my target audience for my YouTube channel. Right now, I'm making both wellness and personal development videos, kind of like a hybrid of the two. And I don't know if it's too broad, too general, too all over the place. So I am taking a YouTube course, and there's a mini course that focuses on finding a niche for your channel. So I'm going to be doing that course, which will help me do the things that I need to do to narrow down my niche. So really getting clear on what problem do I solve on my channel and really who my channel is for. And then my second 12-week goal is to get 9,000 views on my channel overall, and then to experience fewer IBS symptoms on most days. And in terms of motivation, having a clear motivation for your goals is so important, and something that I always include in my monthly resets. Getting clear on my niche will help me to work smarter and not harder. So there will be less guesswork in terms of what topics I should be covering in my videos and what topics people are actually interested in seeing. So that will make it easier to create videos and to create content when I have a clear focus and are creating videos on topics that have a proven demand and people are actually interested in them, which will make everything just more time efficient. My motivation is to ultimately make an impact in people's lives. And last but not least, I would love for my channel to be able to make an extra income so that I can pay off student loan debt. My motivation for my health goal is having fewer IBS symptoms will greatly improve my quality of life day to day, just being in less pain, less discomfort, just less icky symptoms that come along with IBS. Part of the 12-week year process that I think is going to be very helpful is that once you have your goal in place, you think about what action steps are really important for you to take in order to reach your goal, and then creating due dates for them, whether it's something that you need to do on a daily basis or something that needs to happen weekly. So here I have my tactics mapped out for my first goal of getting clear on my niche. My tactics are to print out my course workbook that accompanies the videos I'm going to be watching so that I can actually do the reflection activities as I'm watching the videos. So that will be due the first week. And then I'm going to watch a video in the YouTube Niche Finder course, which is the name of the course. I'm going to watch a video every day, and then I'm going to complete any action steps that are suggested in the course. I'm going to complete those weekly. And then I really want to get a feel for what questions people have around different wellness and personal development topics. So in order to get a feel of that, I want to participate in some Facebook groups. So my goal is to participate in 2 Facebook groups weekly. And then I want to have a weekly routine on Sundays to journal on my insights of how this process is going. And I'll show you in just a minute what my reflection questions are. By week 4, I want to narrow down the top 3 problems that I could solve with my channel. And then at the end of week 12, I want to have identified my niche or target market that I'm aiming for. For goal 2, gaining 9,000 views across my channel, what's going to help me do that on a weekly basis is doing keyword research before I plan out my videos and create the titles and the topic for the video, making sure that the topics are something that people are actually interested in and that they're searching for, so that I'm making more relevant videos. And then I will continue to publish 1 video a week, but hopefully each video will be more relevant and on topics that people are actively looking for, so that will help me get more views. And then my third goal of having minimal IBS symptoms on most days, what's going to help me do that is avoiding caffeine on a daily basis. I was doing pretty well with this earlier in December, but as the year went on, I slowly added it back in the form of having coffee here and there, and then having tea here and there. so I knew that coffee was a bad idea and I still got caught up and did it anyway. But I thought tea was more of a safer bet. It's not. I'm realizing that caffeine itself, regardless of what it's in, is a trigger for me in terms of IBS. So I'm better off just eliminating it completely. And then something else that's going to be important for me to focus on is avoiding sweets with gluten. If I want some type of sweet dessert, I need to make it myself or make sure that it's gluten-free. So that's something that needs to be top of mind daily. And then in terms of activity, I do want to be active for 30 to 60 minutes at least 3 days a week. And then I want to track my self-care activities and my IBS experience on a daily basis. So I'll show you what I'll be using to track that in just a minute. And then how I'm actually going to keep track of all of this week by week. I'm excited to try out the structure that I created. So as you can see, for each week, I have it labeled week 1 through week 12 with the dates associated with them with these drop down toggles in Notion. So when you open each one, you see each goal just as it was listed above, and then an extra column where I can indicate whether I've completed it and put a little celebration emoji, or whether it gets an X and I did not complete it. The 12-week year tells you to create a progress score each week of how well you're doing on taking action. So there's a place for me to do that. So you essentially see how many actions did you take out of all the ones possible, and you just come up with a percentage. So the book tells you to do a weekly review to see how your progress is going, and I wanted to keep track of that in Notion. So I have the same reflection questions each week where I will think about what's going well with the process, what challenges am I facing, and then what things I can do to improve for the next week. The book suggests time blocking to really take charge of your time and to be more structured and accountable for how you're using your time. And that's something that I've had like a mixed experience with in the past, but I'm going to use it for the 12-week year. I'm going to try to make it work for me and see if it really helps me fit in all the things that I need to do. So I will be using time blocking throughout this process as well. That's the overview. The same information that's in week 1 is also in week 2, etc. So I'm just going to fill this out as the weeks go on. Have you tried the 12-week year before? Are you interested in trying it in the future? Definitely let me know. All right, now let's jump into the tools that I'll be using to stay organized. So I showed you Notion, which is really for kind of the big picture planning, weekly reflect. Okay, Notion is going to be used for big picture planning, my weekly reflections, and tracking my progress week by week. I'm going to be using a couple other things to accompany Notion. I will be using this Day Designer planner that I got at Target, which has a very simple spread, has a weekly spread where you can indicate your top 3 goals for the week, and then just like a daily checklist here. I used to be such a big fan of Day Designer planners. Like I would order the big ones off of the website that were an investment to make. I just love the simplicity of this planner. So this is what I'll be using for my daily tasks. Something new that I'm adding in is a very simple, very minimal, very basic bullet journal for the purposes of creating my weekly task list. So with the 12-week year, you have your big picture plan of what needs to happen by when, but they also suggest that you create a weekly to-do list to work from. There isn't really a good place to do that in the Day Designer planner, so I plan to that using these dotted pages in this notebook. It's just going to be a simple list week by week. But what I'm also using this bullet journal for, I have a space where I'm going to map out my dream life, what I envision my dream life to entail. I have it on another page. I just need to transfer it in here so that I can see it daily. Next, I have this visioning activity that I learned about from the Lavendaire YouTube channel, Eileen from Lavendaire. I learned about this strategy from her where you you document your current self and then you envision what you want your future self to be 1 year from now. And you get really descriptive and express any current challenges you're having, things that you want to be different, and then you envision yourself already having those things. So I did my current me and future me visioning exercise. This probably looks very chaotic, but mine turned into a bit of a mind map. It makes sense for me, and that's all that matters. So I have that to refer to each day, and you just kind of think about what needs to happen to get you from where you are today to where you want to be next year. And then I'm also documenting my YouTube progress, and I saw this tracker idea from Carter Sullivan's channel. Thought it was really cute and something that can help me stay motivated and just document my progress. So I have this tracker for YouTube subscribers, road to 1,000. Gotta make sure you celebrate these milestones. And then the same thing for getting 4,000 watch hours. So that's the bullet journal. Next, I have a dedicated planner for mapping out YouTube video ideas that I've been using for the past couple months, and I've been enjoying it. The company is Sugar Paper, and it's a very simple journal. I mostly use it for the monthly spreads to kind of map out what video ideas I want to go out when before I plan it out in Notion. And then something new that I will be using that I saw when I was in Barnes & Noble and decided to pick up. This is the cover. Y'all, this is a self-care planner. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, that's right up my alley. They marketed that just for me. And I like that I will be able to map out just a really quick reflection for each month, set intentions in different wellness areas. And then there's a place for you to write out a monthly affirmation, a monthly indulgence, which I thought was really neat for you to be intentional about doing something that you see as indulgent for self-care. There's an area for new things to try, whether that's a recipe, a book, movie, or show, and then a hobby. And there's a place to track habits at the bottom. And then when you open it up, there's all types of things. You can have a self-care reward. There's a place to track your mood, your fruit and vegetable intake, your water intake, your skincare routine. I really love that they include a de-stressing activity for each day, and then a place to practice gratitude, track your hours or quality of sleep, physical activity, all the things. You don't have to feel pressured to track everything that they suggest. I'm excited to have a whole planner dedicated just to self-care and to see how I like it. Those are the tools that I'm using. So what are you using to plan your goals for this year? Are you using something digital like Notion, a simple Word document, or are you using something physical like a planner, some combination of both? Let me know down in the comments. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna share with you 3 things that I've been enjoying in the month of December. So first is this really fluffy, really cozy purple sweatshirt that I got from Old Navy last season. This sweatshirt is so cozy, so soft, so warm, and now that the weather is cold here in the DMV, I really do need it. Next is a new purchase that's in the self-care realm. It is this Lush Commingle body scrub. It's a 3-in-1 body cleanser that washes, exfoliates, and moisturizes with the gentle scent of lavender. Y'all, lavender is my favorite scent. It smells like a spa. Like, it's truly a spa-like experience when I use it. The exfoliation is not difficult to rinse off, which can be annoying with some scrubs. It rinses off easily. So happy I got this. This will definitely be a repurchase. And then one thing that I've watched on Netflix recently that I enjoyed was this documentary. Now, the documentary was both fascinating and also heartbreaking, so it was difficult to watch. And this is the volcano documentary, Rescue from Wakari. It was challenging to watch. If you like nature and seeing volcanoes erupt, it is really interesting to see that happen, but the heartbreaking part was all of the people who were on the island who couldn't get away in time before the eruption. I won't spoil it for you if you want to watch it. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful in some way. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my new uploads every Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Stay true to you.